Good afternoon, everyone. I am so pleased to be with you once again with an interesting topic of JEE B.Arch. Our this entrance test examination, we have today's topic the most expected questions of drawing for JEE Attempt 2. Friends, this examination pattern and number allocation are very interesting and typical. This 100 number questionnaire from drawing takes 1.5 hours. Quite naturally, these two questions take at least 45 minutes each, and each question, let me tell you, may have A and B section. So friends, don't take it lightly, because this can make or mar your result of JEE B.Arch, and unless you are into a very high rank, you may not get a very satisfactory government architecture college, even though you are scoring fair enough in JEE B.Arch. So you have to be among top. Friends, let me present few things. Syllabus in drawing. Now today let me also clarify that I am only clarifying some of the interesting aspect of drawing part. Let me also introduce you myself. I am Rajendra Bhatia, representing Creative Edge, one of the subsidiaries of Top Rankers. You all know about Top Rankers. So friends, the syllabus that you should be covering with or for JEE B.Arch: scene creation, top priority, memory drawings. So I got quite few slides today to show you as to what should be the way of solving certain questions. Then portrait making. Yes, you heard it right. Portrait making in JEE B.Arch, just with the intention that portrait are the one which can give a very good understanding of proportion and detailing of understanding. So that is why portrait has been a favorite question in JEE B.Arch now for quite many years. Third type of question you may expect are two-dimension composition. Now among the two-dimension composition, direct question could be there. That means they give you some of the shapes and you need to arrange them and color them in such a way that they are having a beautiful space division and the visual weight division fairly well. Then there is good enough of running of the vision onto the design with help of coloring, no harsh colors, and decoding and depiction could be another way of taking up two-dimension design, which has recently been introduced by JEE B.Arch. We will be talking about that also today. Three-dimension composition, that also has been alternatively asked in place of two-dimension composition, or there may be A section and B section, one taking up two-dimension composition, other taking three-dimension composition. Then there could be a question as an option on enlargement of a design. There could be a mirror image also, which I haven't mentioned here. Now in the scene creation, how you prepare for it? Memory drawing, fictitious situation, all you should be preparing with your understanding on perspective, 1-point perspective, 2-point perspective, and so on and so forth. Okay? Whereas human figure, proportion and scale, sciography. These are the four aspects that I feel you should have the very basic and fundamental knowledge before you start attempting these questions. Friends, some may ask, Creative Edge, do you have any running course? Yes, we have been running couple of courses. However, at this last stage, you can only demand for a self-learning course which are available with Creative Edge. I shall be sharing with you the number to whom to contact, and otherwise you can log into website of top rankers and through which to Creative Edge. Okay, let us come on to the subject, perspective. Now this is a beautiful composition done, of course, by me only, and this has got a 2-point perspective composition. You can also look into the height factor that is there. All the eye level are more or less at the same level. That means the viewer is of the same height. However, this guy Sentry is a little higher up because he is 2 steps above than the normal or routine sketches. This is a typical 3-point perspective question. The question was, you are a cockroach and you are sitting on top of a half-eaten pizza. Generally these questions are termed as ant view, but just to give a little shock, just to give a little fancy on the question, the word cockroach may be used. That doesn't mean that you start sketching it in 5-point perspective. As you start sketching a view of a fish in 5-point perspective or that of a frog in 5-point perspective, this would be in 3-point. So you are a cockroach and you are sitting on top of a half-eaten pizza. There is a person, there is a guy who has got a cold drink bottle in his hand, and another hand he has got half filled or half empty glass. So the cockroach point of view, more or less the working will be in 1 point, but then these are the 3-point perspective, called as 3-point perspective, with 1 point going into zenith, ऊपर की तरफ, zenith. Opposite to zenith is, I'll show you another one. Then this is a normal 1-point perspective sketch. In my last live also I showed you this sketch because this has got very interesting thing to be noticed. What is that? The proportion of this guy to the person who is sitting. So it won't be called as proportion, I stand correction. This is the comparison of the scale. So scaling a standing person to sitting people. Then all of them are seen with almost the same eye level. That means the one who is viewing all this is about of the same height and is not standing anywhere else but on the same floor. Then in the backdrop you can see few human figures, couple of buildings which are little not just a straight, maybe a little oblique to this perspective. Five-point perspective. No, this is 3-point perspective, but the vision is from a bulb, and that's why the 3-point perspective slightly get into 5-point perspective. Remember one thing, in 5-point perspective you have almost circular or maybe curved surfaces. The question says you are a bulb in a supermarket. I have chosen Big Bazaar as the supermarket here, and how will you look at the things? Here is a vanishing point taken up on Nadir. So Nadir is one where all the lines are getting directed. However, some of the subject or some of the elements have taken curve because the view is from a bulb point of view, which is on the roof. I hope this is getting very clear. Now, as I have told you right in the syllabus, human figure is one of important criteria to prepare yourself. I have taken classes in which I have given all the details and their length in between, the the all the landmarks separately worked out with human figure, like head to chin one head, chin to epigastrium second head, from head then epigastrium to navel third head, groin fourth head, then from groin to knee it is 1.5 head distance, so from head it becomes 5.5. From knee to ankle again 1.5 head distance, so from head it becomes 7 head, and ankle to plantar it is half head, so it becomes 7.5 head of a grown up person. This similar sketch I have developed it directly with help of clothing on top of it. No need of going into all the details once you have practiced all of them, and then a little light shade shadow gives the figure quite a good volume. Volume has also been provided to the tree here. Okay, then how to make fast sketches with help of 2L shape in the profile figure. Very fast you can do it, 2L shape, and just do the nose, lips and the chin. Fine friends, because portrait is one of the important criteria, whenever I take human figure as the sketching practice or sketching teaching, I always take the face as a special mention in the lecture. In this presentation today, I have also kept human figure or the portrait making as a few more slides. Here it is. Now there are two types of portrait that you can expect to come in question. Both of them are age related. No, sorry, one of them is age related, the other are the expression related. So among the age related, you may be asked to make a comparative statement of young and old, or with your sketch of course, or you may be asked to take up maybe a hero in your life. So you have to slightly kind of memorize some of your favorite people, like you could choose Narendra Modi's sketch to be memorized, or you could have Mother Teresa's sketch to be memorized for the portrait sake, because they may give you something like a question saying that draw a face of your lifetime hero. Now hero doesn't always mean male figure. A hero of your life could be Mother Teresa, maybe Aishwarya Rai or whatever. So it is not always male figure. Hero means the idol for your in your mind. So okay, so you should memorize two type of sketches, age related. Young person, you have to take up bright and clear eyes, turbid lips and filled up cheeks. Whereas an old person, dull and drooped eyes, wrinkled cheeks, skin loses adipose tissue and hence keep dropping from everywhere, especially from top of the eyelid, neck and cheeks. Now top of the eyelid, you can see that half of the eye get almost camouflaged with this drooping of the eyelid from top, and then of course the cheek, they droop down here, and then there are so many wrinkles forming because adipose tissue, the fat tissue, is lost in old age. Portrait, expression related. I have named and of course given here some of the um, quick sketch portraits. So expression wise, they may ask you to draw a sad and worried. Remember one thing, this always come as an option, or this kind of question always come as an option. So remember one thing, they may ask you 4 or 5 expression to be brought in. So you should practice out fast sketching of these portrait. I have detailed out sad, worried, drooping eyes, nose and lips. सब कुछ नीचे गिर रहा होता है यंग पर्सन का भी. Angry and fearsome, raised eyebrow and eyes, crease on the forehead, spread out mustaches added to enhance the emotion. Shy looking, the eyelid almost curved and coming down, so takes up half part of the cornea. Fearful, that means similar to the one who is looking angry here. The one to which if you look at, you get the fear. Sorry, the one who look at the fearsome person get fearful, that means get the fear. So another fearful is here. So two expression of the same emotion. Angry, the same, fearful, fearsome is here. This one and this one are similar. Confused is here. One of the lip getting down and the eyebrow raised. So all those points you can note down from here. Relaxed is quite typical of Buddha's face. You can take up that relaxed, calm, quiet and serene in look. So I have brought in some of the sample. You can practice more with different emotions and yes, be ready with this kind of a, see, more rare attempt or rare kind of question you attempt, better are the chances of getting very high percentage of mark. That is my tip to this. So expression related, should you get, I mean, firstly you should practice. So whenever I am presenting, I am giving you a blanket coverage of the syllabus. Now another kind of question that used to be favorite earlier, but nowadays is not coming as a regular feature, but has changed a little. However, you cannot practice unless you practice two-dimension orthodox method and then you come on to emotion depiction with two-dimension, or in other words, decoding and then depicting the emotions. So let us first of all do that two-dimension design. In a two-dimension design, what are important? I have noted it down. In both these cases, there are differences, but then differences I will be talking about them separately as well. One thing I must confess here, this one is poster color design, so don't take it as an ideal, but next slide I have brought in what exactly you can do with the design. But to give you some of interesting aspect of two-dimension design, I thought this one to be an ideal one, apart from the other design with, both of them are with analogous color. Here the analogous colors are yellow, orange and green. Here the analogous colors are blue, purple and green. Analogous color, if you know, 2 is an arrangement of 2 secondary color and 1 primary color and their tints and shades and tones, with a condition that the primary color is common in all of them. Here the common color or the primary color which is common in all the tint, shade and tone is yellow, whereas in this the primary color which is common in all the colors is blue. So what do you notice with these two sketches? Analogous color, space division, rhythm, contrast, variety, repetition, harmony and balance. Now difference in these two-dimension designs are the type of dry colors. In hexagonal design I have used plastic crayons, whereas pencil color in the other. Now see the brightness and the coverage of the paper and the design with help of plastic crayons. Plastic crayons are also known as acrylic crayons. They are dry color and they are permitted in JEE B.Arch. Whereas pencil color in the other, firstly pencil color takes a lot of time. All the design, once they have been composed, they have been given an outline with black ink pen, gel pen or marker pen. So carry one of them for your sake. Remember one thing, you have to even carry the colors in transparent pouches or transparent container. So as per your liking and choice, you can derive selective colors from your set and keep them in transparent pouch. Always keep analogous color and a contrast set to the, or in other word, contrast two set, one the hot colors, the other the cool colors. Total set, you can complete your pouch with 9 or 10 colors max. The yellow background, the other change, the difference in this, the yellow background is added as contrast to the analogous color scheme of the elements of the design. That is again in this. Whereas in this, only analogous color also is filled up in the background. So this design is little subdued one. This is very bold and coming out. So that can be taken. One more difference that you can brought in with even this good design is bring the elements right up to the edge of the design, like this triangle and this triangle are coming right up to the edge. In this design, everything is touching the edge, so that's beautiful. For example, this triangle, this circle and this motif of flower are touching the edges of the design. Okay, this was about the two-dimension design. Couple of them just for your interest. The ornamental design is too busy in this case. These are sample of, this one is sample of what not to be done. The ornamental design is too busy and overwhelming due to the concoction of types of elements used. Please avoid such selection. यहाँ पे प्लांट का दे दिया, फ्लावर, लीव्स, यहाँ पे एनिमल डाल दिया, रिदमिक लाइंस दोनों में, चारों में है. So rhythmic line, तो this one is good, this one is not good. इसमें rhythmic line भी double layered है, that is not to be done. This one is much better. This ornamental mirror image. Now you can see the mirror image of the peacock here. Mirror image designed with soft pink and blue color is placed with neutral brown color to stand out. The brown color or the background color is neutral. Although some of the leaves and flower are used, but they are judicially placed. They are not killing the design. They are complementing to the design, whereas this one is actually killing the design. So avoid such designing unless asked for. Too crowded, too busy. Okay, we move on to the decoding and depiction. There were questions in last examination where they showed a picture and we were supposed to decode, and then whatever we have decoded we had to depict it. I have chosen Mona Lisa's world famous painting, the Leonardo da Vinci. I mean, that's the artist's name. It was executed between 1503 to 1506. The painting's novel qualities include the subject's mysterious expression, the monumentality of the composition, the subtle or the delicate modeling of forms, and atmospheric illusionism. The woman sits markedly upright in an armchair with her arms folded, a sign of her reserved posture. The soft blending creates an ambiguous, more than one interpretation. Mood mainly in two features, the corners of mouth and the corners of the eyes. Here, if you can see my cursor, and here. That is so very ambiguous. Double meaning posture. Behind her, a vast landscape recedes to icy mountains. Widening paths and distant bridge give only the slightest indication of human presence. Now, emotion with this picture, derive it. Firstly, we have derived ambiguous. Then, because of the sarcastic smile, mysterious, delicate, confident, reserved, stable, and focus. As I said earlier, it is ambiguous. At times, ambiguous double meaning posture can also be antagonizing each other, as she is reserved but confident. Right? So, stable and focus, of course, are different. Stable because of the chair, the horizontal line here. For decoding such pictures and many more that you can practice with, what you should be doing, go ahead and try to find out what all lines mean to you. For example, horizontal line shows rest, peace, calm, relaxed, quiet. What have we taken from this with the horizontal line? And where did we take the horizontal line? From the arm chair arm. We took that relaxed. Okay? So horizontal line is there. Vertical line, strong, strength, rigid and dependable. Her posture is that. Diagonal line, supportive, unbalanced movement. We didn't find much of diagonal lines there. Even the bridge was horizontal line. Curved lines, acceptance, flexible, free flowing, I think adjustable and acceptance, and happy. So curvature is there on at the lips, so happy could also be one of the connotation. Zigzag line, negative, danger, harmful, one-sided. On one side, whereas safety, self-defense on the other side. Uneven line, undefined, unwanted, confusing. Thick line, hard, rigid and masculine. So these are the emotion I have just noted down in my presentation. All of them may not be present in Mona Lisa's artwork. That we will come back to Mona Lisa's artwork a little while from now. What I am trying to say, how to prepare yourself with different emotion depiction, that's what we are trying to understand. Then even shape have got emotions, like a square and rectangle have got stability, safety, confidence, comfort, balance, honesty, reliability, security, dullness. And of course circle and ovals show harmony, protection, unity, commitment, love, feminine, life cycle, etc. Triangle and polygon show dynamic, balance, energy, direction, stability, movement, etc. Organic and abstract shapes. They are natural, free-flowing, irregular, asymmetrical, soft, calm, retain the emotions of their original shape. Remember that. Now, there are emotions of color also, like light. Different colors have different emotion. I haven't separately noted them down because more or less everybody who is facing such examination must have gone through them. Still, if you haven't gone through them, you can come back to us and ask for the self-study material. Okay, then if there are any Gestalt principles with the picture that are shown there, that also you can pick up from there. Type of composition leading to any shape so as to form an emotion, so that you have to cater your mind with. Friends, coming back to Mona Lisa, will you believe that this is the depiction of what Mona Lisa has been decoded and depicted? What emotion we wrote? Mysterious. For showing mysterious, I have taken vanishing blind. Now I could take the vanishing blind out throughout the space here in transparency, so that overlapping is there. Delicate, with the rhythmic line here, I am showing delicacy. That is what the picture shows. Confident, she is seen confident. So where is the confidence shown? Here it is, with a triangular structure and purple color. Shows high up neck. Then she is seen focus with her eyes. So where is the focus here? Here it is, the mental aptitude. Like reserved, so these corner arrows show the reserved status of mind. Here is the mental status and here are the reserved status. And this everybody knows is the sign symbol of femininity, which I described earlier, delicate and feminine. So this symbol is made. So while decoding Mona Lisa, you are expected to do something like this. Stable and royal, again royal coming from purple color in the triangle here. You could make another composition showing all this or showing it some different way. But decoding and simplifying the given portrait will be very, very interesting if you start solving it with two-dimension design using shape, forms, no, not the forms, lines and the colors, which I tried describing in my earlier slides. Now for the practice session, I have just brought in few of the pictures. Here it is, Vincent van Gogh, Starry Night over the Rhone. You can take the emotion as love, dreamy, affection, also fear because of the darkness around, isolation because these two figures are into one corner, hope is there because of the starry night, and deep and dark, yes. Assignment I have just written for you all, depict the emotion as I depicted the emotion with Mona Lisa's decoding. Okay, another one I have taken the screen as the painting from Spanish artist Edward Munch, medium oil color and all that. Emotion here, anxiety, fear, mystery, shock, surprise, unnatural, also movement with rhythmic line. Now you can see the rhythmic line here, a lot of movement is shown here. So assignment, depict the emotions. Another picture I have taken is well known, the Last Supper, same artist who has done the Mona Lisa artwork, Leonardo da Vinci. In fact, in Louvre Museum they are opposite to each other, and this is a huge painting, whereas Mona Lisa is not huge, it is 2.5 feet by 3 feet painting. So emotion with this artwork, the Last Supper, anger, shock, surprise, upset, then request is there, calm, peace on the face of Jesus, and also due to the long horizontal line depicted by the table in front. Assignment, depict the emotions. So friends, if you feel like, you can practice with this or ask me the self-study material. Another kind of question that can come up are the three-dimension design, wherein they ask you to give a three-dimension design uh, instead of coloring. They generally ask you to do the light shade shadow of the structure that you have made. Remember, in this kind of question, you should do a good composition, and remember, if they have asked you to do a transparent object, keep it in front. Overlapping is an important factor of any composition, whether you talk of two-dimension design or three-dimension design. So practice it accordingly. Here what I have given are cone done with paper, cuboid done that of the glass, and cylinder with wood, and glass with steel. The water drinking glass. Okay. Another very interesting sketch that I made, and it is quite historical because everything is imaginary, and a little kind of surrealistic artwork. I have done small human figure onto the transparent looking cube, two more cube and two transparent pyramids, and the human figure is climbing this, along with, of course, there are four solid cylinder in the bottom. The sciography, because the objects are transparent, the shadow will have a lot of light into it. So friends, you may practice this kind of fairly tough sketches as well, to be more sure that you can do best in the exam. One more type have been noticed in few years, and that is the enlargement. Friend, the key to this enlargement, I have not given any notes here, but listen to me carefully. The key to doing the enlargement is whatever picture they have given to you, do an outline rectangle around it. Take the two diagonals and two cross line of the diagonal. I repeat what I said. Give a outline rectangle, the two diagonals and the cross line of the diagonal. Now the rectangle you have to do in the given space in the same proportion as you have taken the rectangle here. At times they give the space here. So you can measure the space with help of a pencil and find out the ratio. In the same ratio, you do the length and width of your reference picture, and then do in the empty space the diagonals, the cross lines, and once you have done that, then accordingly you adjust the inside design onto your empty space, and your enlargement is directly done. Let the lines be there, let your examiner see that you have done it with a proper method. This is how a freehand graph works very good, and this is not only for the competitive exam, friends, this is going to be your useful tool in your practice of architecture as well. Here I complete my today's presentation. Friends, if you have got any question, you can come on to saying it on the chat box, and I'll select some of the important one, and I'll select some of the important question and try to answer them. Thank you for being with me. Yes, let me get on with some of the important question. And I can see Samanya Bhattacharya asking, sir, drawing में कोई कितना marks secure कर सकता है if she is above average? Above average, you will have above average marks, but then generally above average will get around 80-85% marks maybe, if you are doing it with all method and the proper approach. I think I have been very convincing in talking, and well, I expect more people to join me later on. They can send across their question to 888-9633-222. 888-9633-222. I thank you, all of you, for being with me, friends, and I wish you all the best for your examination. Let me also tell you one thing, that we in Creative Edge also prepare you for NATA, and one word for NATA before I leave the thing. Unless you have cleared NATA, your passing or coming into rank of JEE B.Arch will have no meaning, because Council of Architecture, that is COA, has made it compulsory for all the candidates to clear NATA. For finally they are the ones who are going to give you your practicing license, in the sense that they are going to give you the registration for the architecture. So they have made it compulsory for each and every candidate to clear NATA. Much soever you are clearing JEE B.Arch for your rank and admission in government college, you need to clear NATA, the National Aptitude Test for Architecture. So for which I think registration are still on, in case somebody has thought that he or she will get through to an architecture college without passing NATA. Please delete this concept from your mind. You have to clear NATA apart from clearing JEE B.Arch, in case you are depending on that, and then only you will be a successful candidate for becoming an architect. Although of course you have to pass out all the 5 years of your architecture preparation. Friends, I inform you once again, the NATA examination, the third attempt, is there on 7th of August, and the registration I think closes on 24th. So you can still register yourself with NATA, and if you like, you can prepare with us. One of the courses going on with us, and the other course we will be starting very shortly. That will be 11 days master course. Thank you very much for being with me, and I wish you all the best for your exam. Thanks a lot.